happy new month on this first day of August 2024, which is also day one of the confirmation hearings of the Cabinet Secretary nominees in the new cabinet that was announced by President William Ruto. Welcome to News Now. I am George Maringa, right here on TV 47, the home of untold stories. And for the next half hour or so, we shall be bringing you up to date with what's making headlines from across the country and beyond. News Now begins right now. And we begin with the nominations, or rather the confirmation hearings, where the nominated Cabinet Secretary for Interior, that is Professor Kithure Kindiki, has promised to implement strict laws which will help control demonstrations and ensure the safety of demonstrators and people's property during protests. Speaking during his interview before the National Assembly, Professor Kindiki stated that he would ensure demonstrators provide their exact numbers, also explained that he had already drafted a new Public Order Act regulations before his dismissal and was only waiting for cabinet approval before presenting them to Parliament. He also stated that he would ensure all officers accused of excessive force causing deaths and injuries are held accountable by the law, while pledging that both demonstrators and police would fully adhere to the Constitution.
The Public Order Act, which will be the statutory instrument to be processed for purposes of giving effect to the enjoyment of that right, not to curtail that right, because a statute cannot curtail a constitutional right, but to give effect to how that right will be exercised. Those draft regulations, when completed, will be able to help the police do a number of things. Number one, obligate the police to escort protesters and provide security for them, but also to ensure protesters don't run amok and overrun members of the public who are not protesting. Number three, it will require those protesting to notify the police and tell and also give the number of protesters so that the appropriate arrangements are made. It will also obligate public institutions in all arms of government, all public institutions, to designate an area within their premises or within the vicinity of their premises where a group of protesters who want to present petitions can stand, demonstrate, and present petitions to that public office or that public institution. We hope that if I am approved, this is a low-hanging matter. It's something that we can process in the shortest time possible.
And still